It's been well over a year since Ilya Dragunov had ever made an appearance in WWE. His last appearance came about last year in September, where he had suffered a very devastating knee injury that could have forced him to retire. However, this past Friday on SmackDown, Ilya Dragunov made his impactful return to WWE, now part of the SmackDown brand, and defeated Sami Zayn to win the United States Championship, making this his I believe his fourth championship ever in WWE. His first championship was obviously the NXT UK Championship, defeating Gunther at NXT Takeover 36. His second championship was none other than the NXT Championship, and if I remember correctly, I believe. Oh, I was wrong. This is, I believe, his third. His third was obviously the Unite was now, excuse me, is now the United States Championship, which has a plethora of history. Obviously, Sami Zayn noted that he actually wanted to lose the title to Ilya, and now Dragunov needs a challenger for the United States title. But the question is, who should step up? Who should take the challenge of facing the Mad Dragon for the United States title? Excuse me. Well, there is actually a plethora of talent that's on SmackDown and even NXT that could potentially take up the challenge. You've got guys like The Miz, Carmelo Hayes. You've got guys like Javon Evans, Obafemi, just to name a few. And if I'm being real, there's only four that I would love to see challenge him for the United States title. First one up is Trick Williams. The reason being is because everyone knows that the battles that Dragunov and Trick Willie had in NXT were 100% instant classics. One of their last encounters was at NXT Spring Break-In last year in 2024, where Trick defeated Dragunov to win the NXT title. This would mark his first of two reigns as NXT champion. And the fact that both Dragunov and Trick Williams are tied at one apiece, this would technically make it the rubber match. And I feel like a third match between these two could really show the fans on SmackDown what NXT was truly all about. Next up is The Miz. Everyone knows that The Miz is one of the most decorated talents that WWE has ever had in WWE. Dating back to his debut in 2005, he was a bit brash, he was a bit cocky. Excuse me. But over the last 2 decades, he's always had a tendency to back up his words in the ring, and he has done so by winning multiple championships, including 2 WWE titles, 2 Money in the Bank titles, 6, 7, 8, maybe 9 tag team championships across, with multiple people, including guys like John Morrison, guys like John Cena, Damian Sandow, just to name a few. Winning 8 Intercontinental Championships, 3 United States titles, and many other accolades after that. A matchup between Miz and Dragunov could really be very interesting, solely because of the fact that it's basically a battle of the young gun, which is obviously Dragunov, and the veteran being The Miz, in a battle to see who deserves to be the guy on SmackDown. And I think that would really be a really good matchup. But it could also be be beneficial for Miz, especially because he could potentially add yet another championship to his Hall of Fame resume. Even in spite of what people may say about the Miz's antics in the ring, he always knew how to get the job done. Another person that I would love to see get a shot at the United States title, and this actually might be a bit of a stretch, but honestly, I would love to see Uncle Howdy become United States champion. Think of how much more damage the Wyatt Six could do if they had both the WWE Tag Team titles and the United States title in their arsenal. I know that they've been after Pagano and Psycho Clown from AAA and their AAA tag team titles. I mean, it's possible. I mean, to be fair, Uncle Howdy could walk away with 2 titles: the AAA tag team titles and the WWE United States title as well, which that would be very interesting to see on, in my opinion. But Uncle Howdy has truly mastered the art of the mind games that Bray Wyatt always brought to the table. And Uncle Howdy knows. Uncle Howdy, if you guys watched Clash in Paris, which at the times was streaming on Peacock, you guys know how excuse me. If you guys saw Clash in Paris, which was on Peacock, then you will know how loud Paris got when they were singing Bray Wyatt's theme song. The Fireflies were out. That is the aura. That was the aura of Bray Wyatt that he always brought to the table. And now the aura that was once inside Bray Wyatt is now inside the mind of Uncle Howdy, and that could potentially be a massive threat to the Mad Dragon's reign as the United States champion. One more person that I would love to see get the title shot is Solo Sikoa. Obviously, yes, I know some people may think that Solo shouldn't get the title shot, but if you really look at it, Solo Sikoa was a very dominant U.S. champion. In spite of how he won it, he was very dominant. But now with Tama Tonga back on SmackDown, and with the MFT and with the MFTs now united as a whole, now that they're complete, with it being all 3 Tongans, Jeff Cobb and Solo on board. If Solo becomes champion, he could become one of the most dangerous champions we've ever had in WWE history. But among these 4, who should challenge? Or rather, who shouldn't challenge? Well, first up is The Miz. The reason being is because right now Miz is dealing with Carmelo Hayes. He's trying to he's trying to force Carmelo Hayes to follow in his footsteps, but Carmelo Hayes does not want anything to do with The Miz, and The Miz is trying to push at Melo. But every time Miz tries to get into the U.S. title picture, Melo always steps in. So Miz out of the question. Now we have the final 3, and as crazy as it sounds, I don't think it's going to be Uncle Howdy. The only reason why is because the Wyatt Six are already too focused. Excuse me. The Wyatt Six are already too focused on the MFTs because of what Solo said on SmackDown this past Friday, where he said, quote, "The MFTs run SmackDown." Apparently the Wyatt Six, they might have something else to say. They may have something to say about that. So with Uncle Howdy, with Uncle Howdy being too distracted with on the MFTs, that leaves Trick Williams and Solo. Excuse me. And as crazy as it sounds, I think between Trick and Solo, I think there's only one person that can definitely challenge for the NXT title, and it's Solo. The only reason why is because Trick Williams is coming fresh off of a massive loss against Mike Santana for the TNA World Heavyweight title at Bound for Glory, in which it was a dead show after the matchup between Team 3D and the Hardys. Which shout outs to both Bubba Ray and Devon, Team 3D. Shout outs to them. Thank you for 20 plus years in the business. Thank you guys. We love you guys. Big fans. Guys, drop in the comments below saying thank you to Team 3D, because they are truly one of the most decorated tag teams of all time. So drop thank yous in the comments below for Team 3D. And again going back with Trick Williams, he still has to deal with Ricky Saints this Saturday at NXT Halloween Havoc. So when you really think about it, if Trick Williams were to challenge Dragunov, Trick would just lose automatically, because he's already too focused on the NXT Championship and losing the TNA World title to Mike Santana. So that only leaves one person, and that is Solo. Yes, Solo may be too focused on the White Six right now, but he still has his eyes on the prize, which is the United States title, which was something that he learned from being under the tree, if you will, of Roman Reigns when Roman was the WWE champion. So I could definitely see Solo getting first crack at the title. But if that match were to take place, the victory would probably go to Ilya Dragunov, just because of the fact that the White Six would just get involved. Dragunov retains. So with that being said, that will do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys want more WWE topic videos in the future, then be sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and as always, make sure you guys are following me on all of my social media. All of my ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.